Welcome to the Casual Experience.
Hello casuals, you're welcome to the Casual Experience Show, a show for MMA enthusiasts and fight lovers where we just gist about fight. And this episode is one of its kind, the first of its kind, where we want to gist about our AKO 10 happening at the Velodrome on the August 23rd, 2025. Yeah. And on this episode, I'm with my friends, the MMA guru and professor Ferdinand, and also our own AKO specialist, Blackchild.
All right.
You're welcome, guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And how excited are we? Yeah, just sitting in the comfort of our own Abuja and having our own AKO. Yeah.
You know, the first one was here.
Yeah.
We went to the first one together. It was a beautiful experience. My first time experiencing such, fights. And then we've been to Lagos 4 times in a row now.
We've not missed any.
We've been to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and now 10 back in Abuja. So we're excited.
Yeah, and what makes this more exciting and intriguing is like the inclusion of the belts. This is like the first time having a title bout. Mm-hmm. The main events is going to be a title bout for the lightweights. The co-main also is not the co-main, the third bout. The female bout is also a bantamweight. Like Ferdinand, how are you looking up forward to the events?
Well, first of all, Lagos should just forget about AQ. We've been talking about, because I don't want us to be like Lagos. They can have all the bouts competitions down there, but the titles, the title is we don't really care about how many bouts they've had in Lagos. All we want is the
they can play the preliminaries of the Champions League, the final.
The final should be in Abuja.
So we're all excited.
I'm also excited because we've been asking also, why are they fighting?
It's
fine now. It's good that we now know what they're fighting for the belt. For a while now, we've been asking,
why are they fighting? Who is this next person fighting?
Exactly,
and now it seems that there is a clear pathway to what bout is being made. And this, look, guys, I commend you. This is the first of its kind. We are previewing AKO. And I'm sure when it's out, everyone is going to fall in love with it and going to see that we are doing great things here.
Also, we're also happy that they've been bringing out the fights, the cards very early. That's how we can do this.
Yes, and obviously, we are used to always telling them what we feel, what we see from our own view, and they listen.
They've been listening.
We thought they weren't listening. They listen. Now they're giving us bouts back to back. And when we are reviewing this and you are studying and you are trying to research, you go through all different types of channels, website and all. Well, the first thing I noticed is, and maybe because it's been happening previously where the bouts were not out
on time. Yes.
The AKO fixtures is not on Topology.
Yes, exactly.
Topology
we talked about that last time.
Topology gives out the stats, fixtures of impending fights. Coming weeks. LFA, PFL, all the stats. But maybe because there is all the bout has not been scheduled for AKO. That's why it's not Topology. But you could look each fighter and do your research according to how you go about it. But guys, let's delve into the card. And I want us to start from the top. We're starting with the main event of the evening. Dos Santos and Jubrin versus Jubrin Inuwa Baba.
That's a big one.
The Black Panther versus Black Venom. What's your purview? What have you guys seen or studied in your studying?
They fought before. We saw the fight. They fought in AKO 3. And many people thought Baba won the fight, although it was given to Dos Santos on a split decision. But of course, we're excited. I remember AKO 9 after Dos Santos defeated Umori in that near naked choke. They had a face-off. Just to get us excited about the fight. So I think it's going to be a good one. They have two different kind of fighters. But of course, we're excited to just see what's going to happen.
Ferdinand, stylistically, what do you see? How do you see What do you see coming out, or what do you see happening?
Couple weeks what happened previously, their first bout, and Jibril needs to prove himself once more, because to me, I felt like he won that bout. You know, so he doesn't really want it to be like it's going to be he's going to go up with a knockout, like a total knockout this time, to make sure he get the job done on time, decisively, because I felt really bad for him when I won the bouts too, because having given such amount of energy, technique and style, and ferocious acts as well on that bout, having to come out short in it's disappointing. So I'll just give it up for GB. So, for me,
a little correction though. He finished in Warri with triangle choke.
Yes, triangle choke.
You want to say something?
Yeah. You know, these two fighters, they know what is on ground. They know what they have to do. Jibril, Baba is more of a kickboxer, you know, more of a striker, and then Dos Santos is more of a mixed martial artist. You know, he's a bit of everything. So I'm excited to see what is going to happen. We saw in the fight there were a lot of. It took him to the ground a lot in the first fight. It dominated him. Baba dominated him. So let's just see. Maybe we know what is capable of Santos. Remember, is in all his fights, most of his fights, he's submitted. He finished his fight in submissions like twice. And they knocked out some 2 other fights. So he has a bit of everything in his fights.
Who is that?
Dos Santos. Baba is not really a finisher. He's someone who has gone almost all the way in all his fights. So let's see what happens. I feel, and remember, this is the first fight in AKO. What I've heard is going to be 5 rounds.
Oh, it's going to be a 5-round bout. It's a title fight.
Yes. So I heard this is the first time that AKO is going to go. So let's see how they can both go all the way. If he goes all the way.
Back to GB, right? I felt like his tank is actually he's stronger than when it comes to having the tank. I feel like Santos should come prepared, because Jibri is not good. Like most of his bouts, like you said, he fights like Usman kind of. They always they don't like knockouts. They always want to come out to your face over and over, get you on what you give to them. So I feel like he's going to come up with all relentless.
You know, guys, when I'm doing my own study, now I do it a kind of different way. This is what I see. I'm not going to tell you how I feel the fight is going to play out, but just let me give you a little bit of stats. Maybe you can work with that. This is going to be Dos Santos' 3rd fight this year. This is 2025, right? This is Dos Santos' 3rd fight this year. He lost in February. And this is he subbed in Warri. Jubrin on the other hand, the last fight was 2024. He's not fought this year.
Sankara in AKO 7.
His first fight, he fought 3 times in 2024. His first fight in 2024 was the loss against Dos Santos. This is going to be his first fight in 2025 too. So for activity alone, before we start giving the skill set and all, for activity alone, who do you give?
Santos.
For activity alone.
And there's something about fighters when you know, regardless of whatever or whoever we think won that fight, even Dos Santos in his mind too might know, in his head might know that guy, I didn't win that fight.
Exactly.
But there's a mindset about it that I still got a win over him, still coming into this fight. And Jubrin on the other hand might have a burning fire. Obviously he does. That like, man, I got robbed that fight.
Who do you think will be under pressure on that bout?
Who will be under more pressure? I think it's Jubrin. However it is, they always say there is no jitters. Number one, he's fighting in his country. He's not fought in months. This is his first fight this year. However it is, it will be playing in the back of his mind that like my fight last year. I mean, there are fighters that can just watch that half of their head. But you're facing the same opponent that technically robbed you of a win the last time. And for activity, Dos Santos just fought April. In 2024, he fought 4 times. 3 times rather, and you bring 3 times too in 2024. This year he's going to be fighting a 3rd time. So I always want to look at that. Especially when it's not like they are on the older eclipse of the side. And he's just coming in with so much confidence. I mean that's Dos Santos,
right?
So now, AY, how do you see fight playing out? Who do you think comes out trumps in that match?
In size-wise, Baba looks much bigger than Dos Santos. And we all saw what Dos Santos did to Umori. I remember when they were coming out, everybody was like, Umori is much bigger than Dos Santos. But in a minute or so, he submitted him. So I'm going to give it to Dos Santos as it looks like the favorite.
Yeah.
I think he's more all-rounded.
We don't have any even odd. I think we can just make our own odds in our own.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no odd maker or bet maker where the odds.
So I think I'll give it to him. I think he just has a bit more than Jubril.
Dos Santos?
Yeah, Dos Santos. Sorry, Dos Santos. I think he just has a bit more than Baba.
Okay. How about you, Freddy?
No, I'll never give it to Santos. Never. Yeah.
You're being patriotic.
No about of that. I felt like one thing about getting your revenge.
Yeah.
We've not seen their training camps. We've not known what they are about, what they are made of as stance.
Yeah.
Like you said previously, that GB has not had a bout for some time about like this year.
Yeah.
Don't you think like he's preparing heavily for this bout? And having in mind that this is his own country.
Jubril?
Yeah, Jubril.
Yeah, there are factors to
having
not competed.
Yes.
You never can tell what it was
and
or what's been.
Exactly. And having it in mind that, these in Abuja, and having in mind also that he won that bout, though it was not given to him. The revenge, we should just be ready for it. I'm going to give it to Jubril.
You're picking Jubril?
Over.
Okay. I see the fights. The way I see the fight playing out.
Yeah.
Santos will want to test Jubrin's layoff and test his gas tank. What I know he will want to do first, Santos, is will want to pressure Jubrin. He will want to pressure, and both of them are both grapplers. Even the first fight when we thought they were going to strike, they grappled. They grappled all through. And he's going to want to test Jubrin's gas tank doing that again. Now, there are many factors playing in that you said. It's 5 rounds, 25 minutes. I don't know how they're going to pace themselves out, or how if they decide to pace themselves out, or the fire burning in each of them to want to just go all out, guns blazing. You want to pressure him and you want to tire him out with chain wrestling. Now, that's left to Jubrin's tanks, to Jubrin's camp to know what they want to do against that. And but for all round MMA skills, by what I've seen, I feel Jubrin is the more complete.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just that Dos Santos now he has that killer highs. He has that killer eye with more competition. Like it's just like the way when you do something consistently, you seem to now get better. He's getting more comfortable in the octagon.
Cage. Yeah, in the cage. Sorry.
And
I don't know if you remember the last. Sorry for taking you back.
Yeah.
Jibril Sankara.
He won
exactly.
So he won Sankara.
That bout was what actually made me feel like Jibril is coming up with a lot of fire. We should not just feel like due to the favorite. I don't know who's a favorite, but my favorite is Jibril in the bout.
Well, who do you think is gonna win? Because it's divided here now.
Yeah. Yes.
No, he should just hide his own. He should just keep it.
The thing is, when we're analyzing fights or we are studying fights, you just tend to see. You tend to see different ways where either fighter can win each other, right? But then there's something about in your head. Your head tells you something. Your heart tells you something else. Like I like Jubrin a lot. I like the way he fights. I like outside the ring. I like his composure. I like everything about the guy. I don't know Dos Santos personally, but I like his demeanor in the ring and the way
excitement, right?
Yeah, and you can almost deduct that this guy is also a nice person outside the octagon. You
can see that.
So for me, since both of you are splits, for me I would just like may the best man win. This is the first title fight. Yeah. And it's just going to be a banger, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We can't wait.
We can't wait.
Yeah.
And let's go to the second title fight, which is going to be the women bantamweight title fight between Jane Osigwe and Sana Manda of Morocco.
Jane, the twerking queen.
Yes. Is that what she's called now?
No, she's the Slayer. The Slayer, I don't recall her. But she's called the Slayer.
She's called, Jane the Slayer.
I prefer
the girl is just the all-round vibe. I feel for African female athletes, mixed martial athletes, our youthful exuberance and our excitement is what we need.
And she's 20 or 21. It's about 20.
In fact, I was going to even knock on that. She's 21 years old. She's like the youngest.
Exactly.
In topology, while studying all the fights, she seems to be the only one with age. All of them were just question mark. So Jane is a good kickboxer. She has strength and she looks like when you look into her social media page and you see her activities, she's all about grinding and learning new things. She's always in the gym, always studying. In fact, there was a time I think it was during this this competition that Carol went for.
Okay, she won, right?
Yeah,
she won.
I saw her with this boxer Joy. There's a lady we saw at AKO9, Joy, the boxer. You know, she's just good all around. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Sana Manda, she only has 4.
She's one of the she's one of the beaten fighters in AKO history. Sana.
Sana.
She won 6, 7, 8.
She has many amateur recorded fights and.
But AKO should be in the 6.
Now, 7. How do you guys see the fight playing out?
Okay.
First of all, I think Sana has just a bit too much experience for Jane. I think it's going to be a good fight, of course. But Sana is all-rounded. She's undefeated. Although Jane is going to this fight winning 4 out of her last 5 fights. But I think Sana will just have a bit more because I think Jane is more of a kickboxer. I think Sana will just dominate her throughout the whole fight.
So how about you, Fedi?
No. I'm not gonna give it to Sana because I watch Jane, our queen, you know, and I've seen some technique, and I watched her last previous bouts against Cynthia. And I saw what she did to Cynthia. And I saw her tank as well. And I saw her takedown defense too.
She has good takedown defense.
And you know, the takedown defense not just come up as a takedown defense. The moment you're trying to attack her, she hits you with the leg. Make it look like there's problem why you're trying to grapple to hold the leg down. So that's what makes you a good fighter, not just like easy. So I feel like as a good fighter, right, you don't just picture striking first. You need to have defense in all parts, not just your hands, your leg too as well. So I feel like she has a good takedown defense, and having in mind that Sana is going to come up all grappling.
Who do you think is stronger?
Sana.
You think? Because Jane too is strong.
No, I think Sana.
You look at her like that.
No, if you remember Sana's fight against Joy, in AKO 8, Joy took her to where she's never been. But she, like you said, you need to find different ways to defend, to dominate. And she kept on coming up with different ways, and she won the fight. And you could see Joy was a much bigger, stronger fighter.
Yeah, but I feel it's because of her aggressive grappling, though. She's a good grappler. Like
exactly, she's a very good grappler.
Once she gets hold of you, it's difficult to let go. Now, if you're not a good.
Is Jane a good grappler?
Well, I think she has decent takedown defense.
She can take you down.
And for what I see, I think she knows what she's coming. She's coming to face. Jane knows what she's coming to face, and there would have been work plans and game plans towards Sanders' grappling. For me, I just feel Jane should just overwhelm her with power.
Okay.
The boxing, she takes the boxing. She takes the striking.
Definitely striking.
She takes the striking
is Jane
over her. And then she should just know how to use her pace and as the void and her space well. Because if Sana grabs hold of her, it might just be a long night for her.
Exactly.
I don't know if it was the last bout Sana had with Obalan.
Obalan
Joy. I'm just saying.
It was a UD.
So on that bout, there was a time she held Joy on what's it called? Armband, sorry. She wanted imagine somebody being held that strong, your legs and your hands too as well. There's a no. But Joy was able to get back up and, put her on the ground. Though Joy lost that bout, but for me, I felt like she's not that strong in order to execute most of her takedown.
And there's a trajectory of
And imagine Jane, a girl like Jane that is strong, younger than her, So I feel like the age, the strength, the technique, the desperation to be in the top as it stands in Nigeria,
and to win a belt, first lady to win a belt
in Abuja, and to make it 2-0.
If Morocco wins the belt, the whole place will explode.
Morocco versus Nigeria 2-0.
Yes, that place is going to explode.
Let me tell you something. I feel like in all the bouts, right, Jane versus Sana is going to be the main event because of this is a national rivalry against Morocco. Sana is coming out with her whole squad, it's the whole of Morocco, and this is another way to promote AKO too as well. In North Africa. So
Osigwe has a trend of how our fight usually goes. She wins one, she loses one, win two. loses. Then our last 2 wins is against Cynthia. I just like I'm sure in her head she just wants to just break that whatever it is that makes her lose that third bout. Just win 3 in a row.
2 in a row, definitely.
Yeah. So you picking Jane?
I'm going with Sana.
You're going with Sana.
Yeah.
How about you?
Jane always all day any day. I can't go with Sana. No, never.
Yeah.
Never. Let her go back and make it 2. Oh, it's already 2 in already.
Yeah. The one thing going for Sana might be her overwhelming experience and grappling. And I feel if Jane's team, I'm sure they have a game plan towards that.
Sana
and it might just work out well for them,
Sana is too old.
Yeah. Yes. And our third fight of the evening is Yahuza. Big Yahoos. Why they laugh? In fact, Ferdinand is about to tell us.
He's so excited.
He's about to tell us Yahuza's story from beginning to ending versus Sheriff Diame from Benin Republic.
Yeah.
Yes. And let me give out just some brief stats. Yahuza is 6'0".
Yeah.
Sheriff is 36 years old, 8 and 6.
Yeah.
Blackchild.
Yep.
What do you see, and how do you see the stylistics match up?
Yeah, like you said, Yahuza is 6-0, another undefeated fighter in AKO history.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him since AKO 7. He's taking quite a break.
Yeah.
You know, someone we always, since we've been going to AKO, since we started from 5, 6, 7, he's been there, and we've fell in love with him, and he's been a great fighter. So I see him dominating. Drame doesn't have a good record.
Yeah.
He's lost
Sankara.
4. He lost to Sankara.
Yeah.
He's lost 3 out of his last 4 fights.
Yeah.
So I think Yahuza will just have to be too much for him.
Okay, yeah. How about you, Freddy? How do you see the fight? They're going?
Well, Yahuza, I call him the big foot because look at his foot, his stance. He's just like the pillar of sorts that has been there for over 2,000 years. Immovable. I like his body structure, his physique, his speed. In fact, that he looks heavy, but he's light while taking the strike, and his kicks too. Yeah, he has a proper kick in the sense that he watches you, he sees that you have some setback in your right or left leg. He takes advantage of you, and he's a good grappler. Though he's not that good in striking, but I believe that since a fighter in Nigeria that I've had, there's no fighter in Nigeria that has been undefeated. Yeah, Shex is season 5, which is poor. This guy is 6-0 in the AKO, which is good. Always looking for a way to kill you when you're in the cage with him. So I believe that having a bout in his own homeland, Nigeria and Abuja, he's not that far from Abuja. You know, he's not that far from the Velodrome. You know, I believe that drama is just like comparing Tears and Ocean, like missing an Oka with a whale. You know,
I think another thing and something negative about Yahuza is you said that over the fights is he doesn't know how to finish up fights. Yeah, you know, he can dominate you throughout the whole fight, but he doesn't have that.
He knows that you can't dominate him. That's just it.
For Yahuza, I mean, he's going to have a fight. He's going to be in a fight though. Yeah. But for him, I feel he already in his head. He already knows what works for him. Yeah. Exactly. He totally dominates his opponents.
He knows you're not coming back up.
No, even if you know, even if you have striking more than him, and you feel you have a couple of wrestling in your bag. Yeah. Do you have the wrestling he has? Do you think you can wrestle, or do you think you are strong as him? And forget his ants that we're saying now. I go to their social media page. Yeah. I see him training with Shegs. Yeah. I see him training. Not obviously he knows he has the wrestling in his hand. So what I see him doing is improving on his striking. He trains with him and them Shegs. They throw hands. Yeah. There is this guy among them too, Tipper, that seems to be he's like a deer, like he just prancing and very skillful guy. Among them, he trains with Jeb. See, the way I see this fight going, I don't want to even mince word about it. I'm no disrespect to Diame. I feel Yahuza, this same thing that we've been saying about him, or people he's been, I'm sure he must have heard it. You totally dominate your opponents. You don't finish them. Guy, he's going to finish this guy. I see him. I would love to see that happen. I see him finishing this guy. For his inactivity, I was looking through his stats. He fought 4 times last year. That's Yahuza. He fought 4 times last year. And he started his 2024.
Yes.
With a finish.
Yes.
He started it. Yes. He started with a rear naked choke.
Yes.
I can predict that his 2025 is going to start with a finish also. I'm looking at the good side of Diame that I can talk about. The only thing I can just say is like he's just an old head experienced person, 36 years old. But for the sake of the gods of fighting MMA or MMA gods, he fought 5 times in 2024, and out of the 5 times, he's lost 4.
4, yes. His last fight in AKO was against Chad.
He's lost 4, and he's lost in he's lost in different types of ways.
Yeah.
Rear naked choke, uppercut, punch. When I was looking at it, I was like, how do someone get finished with uppercut?
Doesn't it look like his own his ring?
But don't let's beat him down.
Yeah.
Just let's like the general purview of what we feel. In fact, I think the question I should be asking you guys is that do you see the bout getting to a decision?
No, I don't think so. I feel Yahuza just going to dominate him throughout the whole fight. Remember the last fight we saw Drami against Chad? It was quite poor. I remember that fight in AKO 6. Chad submitted him.
Most guys are saying Yahuza a decision machine. So you're saying they're going to be a finish.
I think this one is going to be a finish. I know this is one of the negative aspects about Yahuza, but I feel this one is just going to finish him.
Yeah, how about you, Ferdi?
Decision, submission, whatsoever. Winning is winning. You know, I just want the guy to win. I just want Yahuza. Like the higher one and only,
big,
just
big
imagine,
Yahuza.
the big foots. You know, I like fighters. I like fighters that has that energy. You know, when it comes to the ring, he's coming out. I don't know. You always see them accompany him like Goldberg.
Yeah, like Goldberg. Like they have to be around him. Otherwise, it causes chaos.
Exactly. Like the one.
We all know he's a chill guy now.
Seriously, he's a chill guy. When
smells wrong.
You know, but when he's in the cage, right? Like, you know, just like what I said about Luis the other time. He's a nice guy behind the cage. You know, a humanitarian behind. When the cage is a beast, you know. So I like what he brings to the AKO. These are the powerhouse that we're talking about in the AKO. I didn't even know we have good fighters in the AKO. Seriously,
we do. This is going to be his first fight this year, and I'm sure he's going to show out.
Victory all the way, man.
So it's an unanimous decision from us for Yahuza.
Definitely.
And this goes to our 4th fight that we'll be talking about, and our final bout that we'll be talking about on today's episode is between Gazmaya Diate from Senegal versus Andre Mukisi from Angola.
I know.
The first thing I first even always observe from Diate, he has a name that looks like a nickname already.
He
doesn't have a nickname, but he has Diate. Diate itself looks like. Diata itself looks like feels like a nickname,
a gangster.
And then if you now even look at the person that is bearing the said name, you'll be like, wow,
well deserved.
Like you said, his nickname Killer AK-47.
Whose nickname?
That's Diata.
That's his nickname.
What's
his nickname?
Killer AK-47.
Killer AK-47.
Not only Killer plus AK-47. So he dominates everybody in his fights. In the last 4 fights, he's finished. He's never gone all the way in the last 4 fights. He hasn't gone all the way. And so it's someone I see is going to. He's on a 5 winning streak also. You know. So it's someone I see going to dominate this fight against Mukusi. Mukusi won his last fight also against.
One streak.
Yes. So, but I just see Diata is just too strong. I feel it's someone when you see him, you can see the way he is. He looks fit, strong, has a lot of strength, and so I just see Diata dominating this fight.
Yeah, you see Diata dominating him this fight. How about you?
Always, you know, having the ground control, you can control it from the ground, and he has power in his arms too as well, and he looks scary too.
He looks that's the word I look scary.
I like fighters. You know, I told you last time. I like fighters. I know that. I'm not born to be a fashionista. I'm here to maul you. You know, to hit you. I'm a gladiator. You know, I like them when it comes to that. You know, and Diate has all the whole qualities in the cage. And his name too as well. The Kerala AK-47, the killer AK-47. So I like his fighting style against Youssef. You know how he tortured him, make him regret. I felt for you, so like. This guy must have been begging the ref, please help save my life.
Remember that fight?
To add to what you're saying, that Youssef is a very
technical,
very skilled,
very skilled fighter. Like in that division, I see Yusuf beating most competitors there. In fact, do you know when I was researching? Do you know Mukisi has lost to Yusuf?
Yes. He lost
Yusuf.
to
The same Yusuf.
Yes.
That Diata beat as if
like a baby.
That as if like, what are you doing with me?
Yeah.
Yusuf beat Mukisi. Yeah. In fact, Diata, what I feel he does, it's not like he just goes in to just go and win. His intention is just to take. He takes your will. He takes the will. You're a fighter. You've gone 2 months of camp and training, but you meet another person, another fighter just takes the will. The will. That the last fight, I was like, man, this Yusuf guy is trying. He was trying so hard. I mean,
felt sorry for him.
Yes,
I was
saying that if he wasn't even a skilled fighter as he is,
he won't
have survived that long.
Yeah. And this Diata also, you know, he has defeated our favorite Ayana also.
Ayana. In fact, the way he beats, he wins fight. I don't know what he goes through. Maybe he has a traumatizing past or something. You know, he comes into the cage as if he wants to come and exorcise some certain kind of demons. Like he will beat you at the verge of you're almost giving up and then let you go. Or maybe the bell saves you, then comes back again to come and continue to just gain more time. And then when he just feels like he just like let's wrap this off.
But like you said, I just feel it's scary. It's just a very scary fighter.
That's what a fighter should look like. You don't just look like a Sean O'Malley.
But in any way, the way we are giving praise to Diata. How about Mukisi on his hand? This is his third fight this year. He's had a lot. He's had a tons of amateur fights. I think he has over 15 amateur fights, if I'm not mistaken. And this year, this is going to be his third fight this year. He's had 1 loss, 1 win this year. Also, this is Diata's third fight this year. So you can't say both of them there is lack of activity. Obviously, they've been active. They've been active, and there is just that momentum when you fighting. So for all the accolades, this is my own view. For all the accolades that we're giving Diata and Mukisi, even now knowing that
he's the underdog.
He's the underdog. Aren't you seeing any form of upset?
Nah, go first.
No, I'm not seeing any upset. I watched his fight in AK9 against Fred, and he won on a unanimous decision. But I wasn't very impressed. You know, now going against the Warrior.
What would you say his style is?
It's more of a jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, jiu-jitsu, right?
Like on the ground, you don't want to grapple. That's what you see.
It's more, so, but I don't see him. Diata is going to dominate him. I just feel sorry for him right now.
Mukisi has a longer reach, but your longer reach is going to play a major role against a Rottweiler. That's the question asked, because Diata has good ground game. And he makes sure he throws punches when necessary. You know. So I like strikers like that can actually measure and calculate.
You have 5 wins and you
5 wins,
4 kills.
4 kills.
Is that normal?
That's what makes you a good fighter.
Exactly.
You know? So I really like, but it's going to be a poor match mixing the attack against
like
Mukisi.
You think it's a bad matchup?
I feel
Are you saying it's not going to be competitive in any way? It's a fight anyway.
I feel like you just.
It's still will be a fight.
I don't think it's all the way.
I feel like you just.
It's not going to get to a decision.
I feel like you're just mixing a dog, a Chihuahua versus a wolf. You know, like an hungry wolf. That weighs about over 180 pounds.
So Diata on his own, Diata on the flip side, when he finishes, like when he's obviously we say he comes to dominate, and I don't think either of you are thinking he's going to get to a decision.
No, I don't think so.
I
don't.
You know, have you ever watched some bouts whereby you're being mauled round by round, but who's being mauled? It was just like, please. More, just make it quick, you know. I feel like Mukisi might plea like, let's just do this. Don't injure me, you know, because this guy, like what you say, right? When you see his face, his looks, I feel like he doesn't want to learn English. He just wants to use that French to terrorize you, to make you look. Angola speak Portuguese.
I see. This is it. I see Diate dominating though, but I feel Mokisi, for all the shits they've been giving, even us here to giving him the stick. I feel it's going to be a more competitive bout. Competitive in the sense that it might not get to decision, but he's going to get to the later round. Diate might want to overwhelm him early. I feel Mokisi is going to weather the storm early, but he would have gotten so much cut and so much damage in the first round that is either the referee just steps in or he just
who knows.
And that's what I see. That's how I see the fight going. And well, this is us having predicted 4 fights. There's still other fights, like the HQ has just been churning out fights. Now I think now they've given out 8 to 9 fights, 9 bouts. So we still have 5 more fights to cover, which we'll be covering in the coming days. But for now, you guys should enjoy this and give us our accolade, give us our applause when you see the first of its kind review, AKO 10. Your screen, please, kindly share, and we're just taking mixed martial arts to bigger levels and at the next level here in Nigeria, in Africa, and global wide. We just want to give our view from a casual perspective and opinions, and where everyone can just enjoy the program. And guys, we are at the end of we have to draw the curtains to the end of the show. And any last words? What bout are you looking forward to most? To see?
I think it's going to be the main bout.
That's Dos Santos
against Baba. I think that's one I'm looking forward
but there would have been more. There would have, before their main events.
Oh, you're saying outside that?
We would have seen. Yes, we would have gotten appetizers over the appetizers. Normally the AKO, the build up would have shouted out our lungs before they get to the main event. So, but you're looking forward to that the most.
Yes, the most.
How about you, Ferdy?
I have a couple of them. The Diata versus Mokisi. I want to see him with my own eyes. I want to see how, because sometimes the cameras might be deceiving. He might even be looking handsome the way like this. I want to see him. Let him look vicious and everything. I would like that bout. I would like to see that bout well. And Jane too as well. It is a national rivalry, like I said earlier on. And I feel like the stadium might not give the excitement in the other bouts compared to James versus Sana, coupled with the 2-0 and 1-on-1 that Morocco and Nigeria is actually dragging and bragging about. So I feel like that might be the most exciting bouts on that evening. That's Jane versus Amanda Sana.
I think outside the 4 we've discussed, I think there's a fight I'm looking forward to, Okoli.
Okoli is fighting. He's
fighting Farouk from Algeria. So I think I'm looking for, after what he did in the last fight.
I'm looking forward to that guy too.
So it's one fight I'm looking forward to.
But for me, our job and my job and my choices becomes harder, because as we delve into this mixed martial world, we tend to make friends even with the athletes themselves. We tend to get to know them beyond the fight in the octagon. You get to know them personally and know that like these guys are actually nice people. They are people that just want to make headways in their career. They are more their family people, and a couple of them are my friends now, both online and physical. Like Jubrin. After AKO 9, I just saw him walking out after their face off. He was walking towards the car park. Towards his car, and I just saw him. He doesn't know me. I don't think he's seen me before. And I just went to meet him and just held him that Jubrin, nice one. Hope to see you. Like, I would like to add you to our group, the casual experience. I don't think he's seen that before or anything, but it was just so welcoming. We exchanged numbers and all, and since then I just like, then when Lois came over too and said good things about him, you know that I got this guy is a stand-up guy. Also Jane on the other hand too, we are friends. On social media we both follow each other, like we
communicate,
and even looking at her from far, like watching her page and social, you just know that she's just a vibe person. She just wants everything around her to just be good and all. So it makes speaking and it makes
harder for you, right?
So watching the fight and you just like But at the end of the day, when they get into the octagon, the skills matter a lot. Your game plan, listening to your corner, matters a lot. And for us, we can just always say we wish the best man or the best woman on that day. We wish them the very best. But what we can be sure of is that we will be there live.
Definitely.
We'll be there to cover. We'll be there to enjoy. We'll be there to watch. And we'll be there to give you guys the whole total package of what you are going to miss or not going to miss. And guys, thank you for coming as usual.
Always a pleasure.
Yes. And for everyone watching or anyone that has heard about us, this is a platform and avenue for you to come in as a sponsor. Like this kind of episodes, when we have our local regional bouts, even when we talk about the UFC, if you feel that there is a part or a program or a bit of the program you would like to sponsor, and just reach out to us and let's discuss. Guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you guys as usual. And on this show, it's a wrap, yo.
Welcome to the Casual Experience.